Hello, conscious co-creators, and I want to say welcome to the air signs, Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius, Sun, Moon, and or Rising. This is your guidance and your reading for November 2024. So how this is going to work is we are getting guidance for your zodiac element for the month, and for you guys, that is the element of air. We have split up the tarot into the major and minor arcana suits, so we're going to be working with the suit of swords for your reading. And for the second part, I am going to look into each of your signs individually to take an extra look at how you can best interact with and utilize the other three elements this month. And for you, those other three elements are fire, water, and earth. So you'll find the timestamps for those extra readings in the description once we're done with the bigger reading for you and the element of air. And also there is a link in the description if this just isn't enough guidance for you for individual readings that you can purchase. And I'll take a look at your energy and your zodiac placements. And that is card pull and audio insight that's delivered to your inbox. So we're gonna start by giving these two a roll to see what your numbered shuffle is. And it's a 10, a 6, and a 4. Great, a 10 energy. 10 energy is endings and beginnings. They're also saying that there may be some like layover from last month since we're coming out of the 10th month, right? And moving into the 11th month. That there may be some like energetic kind of layover. So we're gonna start with the major arcana. Lay these out and we'll set up your reading. So the element of air is a beautiful element to be working with. The element of air is all about clarity, right? And communication and divine connection and truth. So as we work with the suit of swords, we'll be getting an idea of how spirit may be communicating with you, the kind of truth that you may uncover, and how your mind may be working for you over the course of the month, because swords and air energy is always connected to our mental state. Think your throat chakra, how you communicate within, what your mind is doing, the patterns, etc. of your mind. And as I said, we're just setting up your reading here. Yeah, there may be some chapters that are closing. So thought processes that are shifting or changing for you, where when you get a 10-1 energy in a roll, it's like endings and beginnings at the same time. All right, so let's see what we're starting off with, and then we will get the coupling cards from your suit. First off, we've got the death card. So yeah, transition, transition, transition. That's exactly what they were talking about, right? We may be kind of carrying over some of the energy from last month with the 10 roll into this month, and that's perfectly okay. The death card is about transformation, transformative energy, rebirthing energy, so things closing out while things are simultaneously beginning. So it's very interesting that they've given that to us right up front for you guys. You're working with air to like blow away what's no longer working, perhaps clear the clutter, to have this beautiful transformation. You can see that the idea of something blossoming and blooming over time. Maybe you've already been going through a transformation or a transition, and here we're seeing this culminate in something wonderful, like revealing yourself to you, etc. Let's see what the coupling card is. Ah, the Queen of Swords. How lovely. How wonderful. So the Queen of Swords energy, she is a beautiful, intelligent leader. This is part of the Court cards energy. So this is the high level mental state, connectivity state, and a beautiful bit of patience. You see how she's listening with her sword in the air for the next insight, for the truth within, for the plan, for what it is that her mind and her intuition can come together on, is how they're saying it, come together on. So maybe there's some carryover, as Spirit was saying, from October or previous months or a time previous in the year, where you're still looking for some clarity, or you're still putting pieces and parts of a plan together. You're still looking to have just the right strategy that connects you to your intelligence, your wisdom, and how you want to use that, as well as that, heart-centered, intuitive yes that we want to get when we're looking to embark upon something, or to lay something out, or to structure something, or to move ahead with something. So it's really nice to see here that you do have the transition into this like blooming, blossoming energy, along with the patience that it may take you to listen for the insights and the truth that will inevitably be coming, for you or to you. She is a wonderful communicator on top of that. So if you're needing to, throughout November, kind of communicate to, or explain, or to like verbalize what this transition has been for you, or how it is you have grown, or new parts of yourself that are coming to life, or what you're leaving in the past, or wanting to allow to be let go of, or released, or surrendered. You will have the ability, if you can allow yourself to just listen to the guidance, to listen to your intuitive understanding and your wisdom. There's definitely, it feels very wise, this combination of cards. So there's definitely some earned wisdom that you will have access to over the course of the month, if you can allow yourself to ask the question and then open up that channel and listen. She has her hand on her hip here. So, there's this feeling of maybe you're a bit frustrated where you don't have the clarity, or you don't have the full schedule or the parts to the plan in order yet. But Spirit's just reminding us, right? Like the transition from 10 to 1, or that letting go and then welcoming in, is usually on a divine timeline. It's not on our timeline. So the high expression of this beautiful Queen of Swords is really going to serve you, because feminine energy is receptive and patient. So you can settle in, ask and listen, knowing that you're in the middle of this beautiful transformative energy, and you're going to get the communication that you need around it. Let's see what else we have here for you. Yes, look at that. There's that new beginning. Lovely combination with the flowers too. This is wonderful. We're holding on to this. It's blooming, it's blossoming, and now it's fully in the light, and you're being led by that flower. The Fool is the first card of the major arcana. So this is a card that says it's time to go for it. It's time to take that leap of faith. Getting really excited about what path you might be embarking upon. Maybe the insights that you've gained are going to start to lead you in this direction, and you may start to feel more vibrant. A brand new you is what they're saying, a brand new you. So reinvention energy, rebirthing energy carried over, and now we've got the new beginning here. So being open and excited. The Fool energy oftentimes will come with this kind of naive energy, where it's like, well, I'm not really sure, what I've got up ahead, but she feels like she's skipping along, right? Like, I don't need much, but it's time to start, and I'll figure it out as I move along. I'll trust my insights. I'll trust my connection. I'll trust my intellect. I know what it is that I have to work with. I have this earned wisdom, and now I'm ready to start this new path. It's very exciting energy, the Fool. So you can see here clearly they're setting you up, and they're helping you to understand and perhaps be validated in the transformation that's happening, that yes, there is a fresh new beginning, a fresh start available for you. It's not all just transition. We sit there. No. We get to begin now. So it's very important to listen. Let's see what's connected to this beautiful Fool. The Seven of Swords. So the Seven of Swords Some people, really get into the manipulation of it, and it can be a tricky card for sure. But sevens are about experience. So when you get a seven of swords, it doesn't mean there's this horrible, bad thing that's happening and someone's going to manipulate you and you're going to be tricked and you have to watch out for it. You can see seemingly it looks like she's just stealing these swords, under her jacket. But lots of times with the Seven of Swords in a high expression, it tells us that there's something unique and authentic about ourselves that maybe we've been keeping hidden here, which is what they're giving me for you guys, keeping hidden. And with the Fool card, it looks like it's time for that to be shown to the world. The key is to not get up in your head and trick your own self into believing you can't start anew, or you're not going to be able to reinvent yourself. Or if you're looking to take some sort of a risk and you're being called to a new path or a new way of doing things, a new job, a new way to organize stuff, a new schedule, a new way of being in general, that you don't want to lie to yourself about it. You don't want to keep your authentic self kind of shut away or closed away or like hidden anymore. That it's safe for you to use your experience and be you. This card has a beautifully experienced, unique energy to it in a high expression. Sometimes it can come in where we're trying to avoid conflict, but we don't want to get lost and wrapped up in our heads. So if someone is telling you, no, it's not the right time for you to do this, but your intuition has told you, yes, it is. It's the time for me to embark upon this, to start this, to try this out. You don't want to keep your beautiful self, your thoughts, your ideas, your truth hidden here. Mostly I feel like, yes, from external sources, you want to be careful that no one is hiding something from you and then trying to trick you onto a path. Like, do your research if you need to. Make sure you're checking in with your intuition. Make sure that you're paying attention. Make sure it makes sense to your mind as well. But mostly I feel like this is where you could trip your own self up in your head and say, no, I can't do that. No, I'm not worthy. Or fear can pop into our minds, right? I'm afraid to do this, or I don't have the qualifications, or all of those things that are those tricks that our mind plays on us to tell us it's not available, right? It's not available for you. Instead, you can see it's like it is available. And even if I don't have every single piece of information about what I'm going to face on this path, if I'm being called to it, or I'm being called to shine my light in a different way, or rearrange my schedule, or to allow more time for my truth, right? Allow more space for who I am, to not put myself down anymore, to not let anybody stop me. I'm going to do that now. It's like the idea of not being hidden anymore. So here we're really getting clear about the truth within, the right steps to take, the information that you need, right? The insight that you need. And I picture her pulling these swords out as opposed to putting them in her jacket to hide them. It's like they've been hidden and now we want to bring them out into the world. You've got a Fool card here. It's a fresh, again, new beginning. Let's see what else we have here. The Temperance energy. All in moderation, says the Temperance card. The Temperance energy is about the middle road. It's about a peaceful way forward. It is about not being in extremes, about being willing to try new things, and here, not beat yourself up for it, right? Like, I don't know, and that's okay. Sometimes that is the best answer. If you don't know, you go, I don't know. I'm not sure, but I'm willing to try it out. With the Temperance energy, we come into a beautiful state of peaceful balance. This card is an alchemy card. And so what Spirit's telling you is exactly kind of what they were talking about. Just because you run into something that might be strange to you or new to you or different, you don't want to shy away from that. It's like you don't want to go ahead and hide yourself again, especially if they're beautiful ideas that you have or this beautiful insight that connects directly to you. Maybe you have kept something that's really intelligent hidden, a way of thinking about things, a new project, something that you're meant to share with the world, something that could help people. These beautiful things that we have within us that we tell ourselves or we're conditioned to believe we should keep hidden. Here they're telling you it's time to start bringing that out. And even if you don't know exactly where it's going to lead you, the goal is to remain in a steady, it's like a steady energy with an open willingness. So you may have to try a few things, move things around, you know, to get that feeling. You don't want to be in an extreme, like they're saying put all of your eggs in one basket, or you don't want to like bet all on one thing. It's that feeling of putting everything on it, all in. I don't know that you're meant to be going all in yet, because we're getting the temperance energy. It's just being open and willing to try it, to see how it feels, to see how it fits on, to see what elements of this work together. How can I do this? Do I need to do maybe a little bit more research, or do I need to get a little more insight on this? Am I supposed to wait here? Do I need to rest for a moment? It's this sense of everything, again, in moderation. So you're not running as fast as you can. You're being intelligent as you are, as you all are. You're using your smarts and your intuition together. You're using this experience and this wisdom along with your truth and authenticity to really begin to try this out. Let's see what we have connected. Ah, yes. Beautiful peace of mind. You're going to feel so good. It may be something that you've always known is within you. It may be something that you've kept hidden or never stood up for before. And doing this, trying this on, being willing to give it a shot, provides you with this beautiful peace of mind. A Four of Swords. Look at how happy she looks, and just calm, right? This is like stability of mind, peace of mind, resting in the head, you know, not overthinking. Both of them have a very similar facial expression, closed eyes, smile on the face. It's this lovely energy of all is well. I am willing, I am happy, I am me, and all is well. The other thing I'll say with a Four of Swords, which is really lovely, is it's a dreamlike energy. So while your mind is at rest, you may receive even more insights. You may receive the clarity you're looking for. So if you're starting out and you're doing your best to try these things out, or, you know, you're getting into a new schedule, you're putting something into place, or you're putting something into motion, right? These ideas that you thought of, you're trying to bring them to life in some way. You're trying to organize them in a certain way where you can bring them to life in the future, or start to work on them in the future. Here, you can see that if we don't know, or if we try something and it doesn't quite balance itself out, or there's something that's odd and you get frustrated with it and you go, oh, this isn't working, or this doesn't feel good. This feels like, oh, it went kaput, or this element isn't working with this element and I just don't know what to do. The key is to remain an open channel and make sure that you don't overthink about it, right? You want to keep something by your bed, perhaps, because you might get some insights in your dreaming state. You may wake up with the clarity that you need on how to adjust something, or fix something, or move something, or blend something in a different way that suits you just right? Because we're looking for this beautiful peace of mind, peaceful moderation, harmony kind of energy as we're moving forward. So this transition, I think, or transformation that you've been going through is going to lead you to this wonderful new energy where you're standing in your truth and you're not willing to be, tricked or manipulated into thinking that either A, you're not good enough, or this can't be done, or your ideas aren't good, or, this isn't the right way for you. You're kind of going, no, I'm going to be me and I'm going to figure it out as I go, and I'm not going to overexert myself. I will understand. I will gain more clarity and more insight as I move along. I will gain the answers that I need. The solutions will be provided for me. I don't need to freak out over it. I don't need to overthink. I can listen and use my wisdom from experience to move me forward in the most beautiful direction. This is such a nice, harmonious energy to be in here, this coupling. It's like sleeping really well at night and allowing the flow to be there, the flow of air and insight and ideas and those aha moments coming in and you're like, thank you. It's this gratitude energy of, right, oh yes, I'll try this. Very connected through the month for all three of you. Gemini, Libra, Aquarian energy is definitely going to be this channel for truth, authenticity, and yeah, it's a harmony state of mind. I have this sense of peace in my mind. It's a relieving energy where you don't have to overdo it. You don't have to try too hard. If you stay open and you're willing to just be you and trust in your truth, that it's all going to start being revealed for you. Yeah, they just said in due time. In due time. So there's a bit of patience that is probably going to be needed. You may have to drum up or stir up your courage in some moments over the month, to be willing to kind of, yes, be you. Maybe you have to create some boundaries if people are bumping up against you, trying to tell you otherwise than what your intuitive truth is telling you. But you're coming out on the other side excited and ready to begin, and being patient and graceful with yourself, That's nice energy. And boy, does it bring you this beautiful peace of mind. It's a relieving energy. So let's see what other messages we have for you, my air signs. Look it. Couldn't get a better goddess here. Diana, focused intention. Look at that beautiful bow and arrow. This is like setting a very clear intention and a focused mind, right? Focused sense of self. Keep your unwavering thoughts, feelings, and actions focused on your target, and you will make your mark. Yeah, this is wonderful. Calling her in. If you ever feel scattered throughout the month where, maybe you're overwhelmed in your mind, maybe, as I said, something is not combining right, or something's not working, or there's something that's off and you can't quite wrap your head around it, she is perfect for this kind of energy. She can help you have a focused train of thought, create focused intentions that keep your mind at ease while allowing for that space to create, right? And to have those ideas be channeled in. Let's see what we have connected. Protection. And look at these lightning bolts here. Something is beautifully growing. It wants to come to fruition. This tree is not a bud. This is a full-grown tree. You have gone through something that has provided you with wisdom, and now you have full protection as you receive the insights and the clarities and the solutions and the answers and, the know-how. You understand how to focus your intention, how to think about something, how to use your wisdom to move forward and your experience to be you. It's wonderful. Diana protecting you here, keeping you on track, especially your mind. It's like clear channel, clear mind, right? Clear channel, peaceful mind. Lovely. And we also have the Uncharted Sea, and it's a 10, 46, 10, 1. Again, another indication of just this new path. Look at the beautiful compass. It's being willing to flow with it, right? To know that, you're in the Fool energy, and sometimes it can be a bit nerve-wracking, can stress us out, because our mind, especially with air energy, our mind wants to know, right? That's like, it wants to know what's coming up. It wants to know the future. It wants the details of things. It wants the perfectly planned schedule that nothing can interrupt and everything to plan. And that's just not, real life, right? That's not how things work, even though our mind would love it if that were the case. So you don't want your mind to kind of get the best of you and start telling you these things have to be in this way, very structured with no flow. You're embarking upon the uncharted sea, and you can see that this compass, we're always looking for direct north. You want to keep your compass pointing toward direct north. It just means keep your channel connected to your divinity and your divine self, and that's always going to allow you to flow with the current, right? Flow with this transition. Again, 10-1, 10-1. We know we're moving through a transformation and embarking upon a brand new path that perhaps we've never been on. It is the uncharted sea. And it's okay for you to flow with it and to be inquisitive about it and to be open and to stay out of worry. Like, let spirit guide the boat, if spirit wants to guide the boat, you let spirit guide the boat. You don't think that you can do better because it's a divine current, right? It's a divine plan, and there's things that you'll come upon that you've never come upon, and you may need to take a moment to take a break, get some rest, to ask and to listen further, to see which way you're being led, and to trust that you're being led in the right direction. Especially because you have Diana here. When you set a focused intention, which I would advise all of you to do, right? If you haven't set an intention for what it is that you want to work on, or what it is that you're becoming, or the truth of who you want to be, or what you want to put out into the world, whatever it is, the project, the schedule, the plan, your health, it could be any area of life. Set your intention, call her in so that you're all on the same page, and then you will be allowing yourself to be led, even if you don't know what the landscape's going to be looking like, or where they're going to drop you, like what shore they're going to drop you on. You know you have everything you need with your connection, and you could be at peace. Let's see what we have. Connected. Oh, of course. I mean, I don't know how else they could put it, right? New beginnings, more new beginnings. Protected new beginnings. The new horizon is there, and we just have to get on that ship and let it carry us. Listening is a lot of listening for you guys this month. Listening for where you're being led. It's definitely a fresh start coming out of this transformation or transition. And spirit is all hands on deck, all on board, allowing you and guiding you along the way. I love the fresh energy here. You're so protected. Whatever it is that you have been through has given you these like talisman energy, this talisman of wisdom energy that you're going to be able to utilize if you allow yourself to be guided. So the intention, the focused intention is going to set your grounding energy in place, get those roots in place, and then you can just be this open channel, allow yourself to flow and be a willing participant in the alchemy of it all as it unfolds and as it comes to life. Brand new beginning for this group for sure. Okay, let's get some more info from your cards. The King of Swords. So now you have the King and the Queen showing up, which is very nice. This is high level energy. In fact, with Diana and protection, it's like, yes, the King of Swords is a masculine energy, when we compare it to the Queen. The leadership, the master of the suit. There's something that your mind and your intuition is gonna know, especially with a focused intention. And I will say, a King of Swords is always gonna set a very clear, precise, truthful intention. Intelligence is here. Your wisdom is needed. And then there's this sense of listening. The King of Swords is never also going to go against his gut. If something doesn't feel like it's sitting in his truth, even if it makes sense to his mind, it's not sitting quite right. If it doesn't connect to the intention, he's going to still wait until he has that intention in place and aligned with his intuition and his intellect. Both of these leaders are very great at communication, and they're super smart. So much of your wisdom from the past is going to be able to be used in this uncharted land. And I think that you're going to have a really beautiful plan to be able to work with while staying open, because you have the leaders of the suit showing up, kind of touching each other. You may have people that you're working with even that are wise, okay? And you're utilizing their information and your information and their intellect and your intellect, but you want it to be aligned. So I feel that there is going to be a plan created, some sort of a schedule, a system created, but the key is to remain open to the divine guidance. If that plan needs to shift a bit along the way, or if there's a bit of a detour, something to that effect, you want to be able to still flow with that, because the intention will remain, and you have this beautiful protected new beginning happening. So if spirit wants to guide you in a different direction, you got to be open to that. And they are, right? They don't just go like, here's the plan, I'm sticking to it no matter what. Nobody else is right. This is what we're doing. That's the low expression of this high level energy. When you go like, I'm a know-it-all, it's my way or the highway, or you get really like rude with your words. You cut people out. You're not willing to listen. You're not open. So we want to stay super open while we start implementing the plan. Like, suppose we try this, and then you're open to trying it because it makes sense and it feels like it's sitting in your truth, but you want to still be open to insights that can help you along the way as well. So you don't want to be rigidly stuck to any kind of plan. You want to be able to explore within the plan. Yes, thank you. That's the master of the suit. Your wisdom is at an all-time high this month, and I feel that it's directly related to your past experience. Again, it's talisman energy that's coming through for you guys. Okay, let's see what else. The Two of Swords. So this is, again, decision making. How do I choose the right way to go? How do I make the right and best decisions for myself? You can see she's blindfolded. She's at a crossroads energy. This is talking about the decisions that you make throughout the month. It's everything we've just been saying. Every time you go to make a decision, you want to check in with both. She's gauging, do I trust my mind or do I trust my intuition? And in this case, because you guys are air elements, both should be working together nicely. You should feel this nice balance. When in doubt with the Two of Swords, I would say trust your intuition, but I think that because you've gone through such a transformation in this group, that your know-how and your intuition is going to blend together nicely. So it's like somebody trying to calculate something and then also engaging the divine at the same time. And this beautiful balance comes so that whenever you're in an indecisive place or you're not sure, you can see we're just returning to this peaceful open channel. So it's like, I know this, but I'm not sure about this. Could you lead me in the right direction? And then spirit will lead you. Your intuition will lead you. And then your mind will check it off as like, oh yeah, I forgot we learned that way back then. Or look at this amazing book that gives me exactly the right thing. Or check out this person who's talking about this. That's exactly the piece of information that I needed. Or I forgot about this whole thing, and that's exactly what I needed to make this choice. Now I know which direction to go. So it's engaging both in order to make the best decisions and doing so in a peaceful, open state. Yeah, you have everything you need to make the right decisions as long as we don't get caught up in our mind and our ego and in that kind of know-it-all, I'm not listening anymore energy. Yes, absolutely. Okay, let's get some more messages for you. We have stop, drop, and ground. Look at that little seedling popping out of the soil. Love that energy. This is a 31-4. So it's this feeling of like, yes, something is definitely coming to life here. It's something that comes from what you've learned before, but this is a grounding card, right? So element of earth needs to be implemented. You may want to watch your sign in the extra reading and what the earth element is going to provide for you this month, because you're getting a grounding card. We're not getting carried away. And if we feel that our mind is overthinking or we're getting into a catastrophizing energy, or if we're in worst case scenario land in our mind, if we're stressing and worrying, etc., they're telling you very specifically, you need to have a grounding practice ready so that you can get back into your body and clear your channel so that it's open again. And that's not weird, right? That's not weird. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, it's not strange. Oftentimes we get all up in our head, and you're the element of air, you're going to be working with the swirling sometimes. That's okay. Totally natural, totally human. No need to worry. Just make sure you have the grounding practice ready to go so that you can ground yourself. Sometimes that might mean that you need to take a rest, right? That you need to take a nap, or you need to do some affirmations, or you need to go out into nature so that you can continue this beautiful growth that we're seeing depicted in the card. But again, we'll see how the earth element comes in the extra look. But let's see what else we have here. Limitations inspire innovations. Ooh. Interesting. This is a little key component for you guys. This is a key little tip from Spirit that we do not want to ignore. Anytime, right, we're not in the land of limitation in this reading at all. We're in expanding into a new beginning, new path, uncharted waters while fully protected, okay? So wherever it is that you might come across anything that feels restrictive, like holding you back, or you're limiting yourself in your mind, you need to be extra consciously aware of those things. They're giving you a hint here with this. They're telling you that wherever it is that you have a restrictive energy attached, whether it's to your mind or in any other place in your life, like, no, I have to do this, this, and that. It's like an over-controlling, over-analyzing energy where there are limits to this. Oh, we can only do this much. Oh, I can only, that kind of energy. Only this and only that. Has to be this way. You want to kind of look at it and give it a bit of focus to see how it can be innovated into something that is either much more freeing, much more balanced, much more peaceful, much more expansive, how you can actually use it by ridding the blocks there, or ridding the restriction, or opening up the gate is how they're saying it, like opening up the restrictions. Like when our mind is closed, that's what this is. Our mind is limited, but when we open it up, we find the innovation that we need. We get connected to a more a bigger scope is how Spirit is putting it, but a more innovative frame of mind. Now we remove the limitations and we're starting to channel in or think on that track. So there may be things in place that you already have that are limiting you. That's why I'm saying this feels like a hint for you guys this month. Like if you find yourself saying any of those things, whether it's in your head or out loud, no, we can't do that, because if you do that, then this happens. See if you can explore what would happen if you did allow that, or if you did have some spontaneity, they're saying, or if you tried, right, with the temperance energy, you allowed yourself to try something a bit different. It looks like it's going to allow you to open up the channel for an inspiring shift or change that elevates and innovates something, which is lovely. I mean, who doesn't love that? Plus, they're guiding me to look at the number 5252. That's a 52-7. There's some beautiful, authentic innovation that you've got, and you may have been limiting yourself here. And so spirits, that's why they're telling you, look into it, please, because wherever it is you're limiting yourself, if you just allow that gate to open, or you allow that expansion to happen there, you allow your authenticity, your true self to be seen, heard, understood, or at least acknowledged, right? Acknowledged. There's an innovative energy that is going to be created or be shown, right? Be given as a result. Lovely. Grounding energy and removing limitations for innovations, to inspire innovations. Wonderful. Yeah, innovative thinking, they're saying, like an innovative perspective. Woo. I almost dropped all these cards here. Final messages for you now. The air signs. All right. We have manifest. Ooh, look at the feathers too. How cute. Feathers are, signs. You may see feathers. Feathers could be an indicator, yes. Dream deep and ask for what you want. You see, that's all air energy. I am verbalizing. I am communicating. I am talking to spirit. I am talking to others. I am owning my truth and I'm speaking it. Ask for what you want. It's meant to be manifested. There's a path here where we're realigning into a state where we're trusting and trying. Yes, trusting and being open to trying things. Take charge. Love this. Don't wait for the stars to align. Reach up and arrange them the way you want. Interesting. You do have both masters of the suits. So this to me feels like, I'm putting it right on the 7 of Swords as well. Whatever it is that you think you can manifest, you're correct, right? It's that energy. If you think you can't do it, then you can't do it. If you think you can, then you can. And I feel like there's some part of you that just wants to come out, into the world at this point. And Spirit's telling you, like, you've got to be the one to do that. You can't wait for a certain time. there's this beautiful balance of focused intention, knowing what it is that you want, being willing to communicate both with spirit and your inner self and perhaps others about it, right? Very good communication. You have a good line for open communication, concise communication, clear communication, without being rigid, while still being open, taking charge in a flow, taking charge while protected, taking charge on an uncharted course or an uncharted sea or a new innovative path. So you're open and willing while understanding that you're manifesting something in and you're working on something. It's the beautiful combination of truth, authenticity, your mind and your intellect and your wisdom, working with your intuition, flow and know-how, they're saying. And you're meant to take it and run with it. You're coming out of something that allows for you to be able to do that now. Love this energy for you, Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. Don't forget to check out in the timestamps, in the description, you'll see the timestamps for these extended looks or these extra looks to see how the other elements, again, for you, that's fire, water, and earth, are going to be combining with this air energy for you for the month of November. You'll find the timestamps for each of those, depending on what your sign or signs are, in the description. And if you'd like a more personal look, there is a link in the description to order an individual reading with your zodiac placement energy. Again, that's a card pull and audio insight that's delivered to your inbox if you feel like this just isn't enough. I absolutely loved reading for you for November. I hope you have a beautiful, transformative, open, channeling, truthful kind of November, and I'll see you in the individual readings. Hello, Gemini, sun, moon, and or rising. Now that we've concluded your main energy, working with the element of air and the suit of swords, we're going to look into how you can best interact with and work with the other three elements this month. For you guys, that is fire, water, and earth. So let's get into it. We're going to do a roll for you. See what we have here. A 5 and a 4, or they're asking me to go this way, a 4 and a 5, so that is a 9 energy. There's some things coming to a close, transition happening, which we've already seen, right, in your main spread, that you're meant to be this open channel as you move through a transformation. There's a new beginning that may be calling your name, your authentic self, being more truthful and being willing to kind of try things out. So let's see what we have popping out for you, and we'll get some more information. We are going to begin with the element of fire for you, wands energy, the suit of wands. So this is how you can use that inner spark, what they have to say about how you can use your passion, use your inspiration while remaining patient and authentic to your truth. Okay, let's see what we have here first. The action card, amazing. The action card is all about what it sounds like, action. And to have this coupled with a fire energy, this means that there is some movement that needs to happen, some decisions perhaps that need to be made. And we know that you're trusting your intellect and your intuition as you move through the month ahead. So to have an action card in a fire position, this is spirit reminding you that it's not just about thinking about it, it's actually about doing something about it. So your action is required to get you through the end of this transformation and onto this new path. Even if you're, a little bit apprehensive in spaces, looking for the clarity, asking for the truth, and being able to receive that this month is going to help you move in the right direction and make those decisions. Let's see what's connected here. Literally, as I'm saying it, make those decisions. We're turning over the Two of Wands. I love this depiction of the Two of Wands because you can see that she's definitely pondering a path, pondering a decision. Which way does her fire want to move her? That's what the Two of Wands is all about. But she's pictured with the world in her hands, right? So it's like you have the whole world in front of you. And because you are an air sign, And you may be going back and forth between your intuition and your mind, thinking about it, making sure your smarts and your wisdom that you've gained checks off. And then also it feels clear and right in your gut, right? In your heart, let's say. The Two of Wands allows for time to do that. So the feeling here, because this is connected to an action energy, is you will be able to take some action. That's the feeling, first and foremost, that you will be able to make inspired decisions. Because you had a Two of Swords popping up as well on the uncharted path, or the uncharted sea energy and the new beginnings. With a Temperance energy that was here for you, this is like making sure that you are open to trying something new, but realizing that your decision that you're making is not going to be your last decision that you're making, right? You're going to have other choices to make. So this connection here with the fire is saying, yes, allow yourself to tap into your light within, listen to what is inspiring you, be willing to try something out. It's like dipping a toe in something, or allowing for the comfort zone to be clear and defined, but you're able to move just a bit past it. We want to be willing to see which path is authentically calling us, right? Which one connects best with you. But in order to do that, you're going to have to actually try things. There is some inspired action here that's meant to be taken. However, with the Two of Wands, this is a pondering energy. So once you know, once it checks out, once you feel inspired and you know that, again, your intellect, your wisdom, and your intuition is saying yes to this, then you try it out. You don't have to hurry up and take the action. We have observed that there is a bit of patience, right, that you're going to be working with. You're going to need to have a clear channel in order to be able to listen to the voice of your truth, to understand what is clear for you, and whatever changes that you're being guided to make, or actions that you're being guided to take, they need to be inspired, inspired action. That's how you're going to be able to make the best decision to try something new. You may find that as you're trying something out, or as you're leaning into something, or you're open to something, it doesn't work. It may be something from the past where you go, I used to love this, or I used to really appreciate doing this, or this used to make me feel good, so I'm going to try that again. And then when you dip your toe into it again, it just doesn't feel quite right. There's this energy for you guys that needs to have the patience and grace, right? As you're trying new things, you want to keep your mind at ease, right? Keep your mind at peace, because there's this sense of a new beginning happening, but exploration at the same time, where you can't be too hard on yourself here. You're looking to make the best inspired decision, and sometimes it takes us a minute here on the physical plane to figure out what exactly that is. So give yourself a breath or a beat, and then when you feel inspired, go ahead and try it out. The world is your oyster at this point. And when you work in conjunction with that beautiful wisdom that you have from what it is that you've been through, along with this kind of energy, I'm waiting, I'm listening, and when I feel that spark within, I am willing to take the action. You're most certainly going to be headed in the right direction. You're going to jump into that new path. You're going to be more aligned with your truth. So again, this combination is essentially inspired action. We want to make sure that we're listening to that spark within, and that it's checking off the intuitive box before you just, fully embark upon a new path. You don't have to know all the steps, but be willing to try, be willing to ponder, be willing to tap into that inspiration within you. Yeah, they're talking about you being able to figure things out by doing this. Right? By not going all in, but trying it and then reassessing and going, how did that actually feel to me? Speaking of feelings, let's get into the water now. We're going to look at how the Suit of Cups, or the water energy, is going to be helpful for you and your guidance here. Okay, we've got the Flow card right up front. This is lovely because you're so protected with whatever is starting for you. Gemini, you have this flow card in just the right position. This is like being an emotional open channel to be able to flow with how it is that you're feeling, to be able to observe your emotions, however they're coming up. It's like your feelings can't be wrong. We need to be in the flow of them. We don't want to be ignoring them. We don't want to be taken over by them. We're going to just allow them to show us the way or allow them to lead us. Let's see what we have for a coupling card here. And again, the Suit of Cups, which connects to the element of water. Ooh, a Two of Cups here. We're getting two twos now, and you guys are Geminis, so back and forth between, your intuition again and your heart center. As you can see, a Two of Cups is a lovely heart connection. Twos are always going to represent partnerships, duality, right? Or decisions that need to be made, connection. So we're getting two twos, Two of Wands, Two of Cups, and you did have that Two of Swords come out in your main reading. So a Two of Cups is about reciprocal connection, people who you feel get you. And when you give, you also receive at the same time. You can see they're sharing, they're looking right into each other's eyes like, I get you, right? I get what you're saying. This is wonderful energy to have with the flow card, because whatever connections you're meant to be making and how you're meant to be led, you're going to feel that reciprocity, but it's this feeling of being seen, being heard. It's a felt energy is how Spirit is saying it. It's something that you feel. It's like you might meet people here that you just feel like you've known for your whole life, or you've known in a past life or something, where you're like, I don't know why I feel seen by you, but I feel seen by you, or I feel like you get me. As you begin trying things or following that inspiration and taking action on it, listening, you get a lot of two energy, Gemini, which is, again, not surprising. The duality is there. We're looking for the flow of your heart. Beautiful heart connections will have this energy that moves back and forth, and it feels very loving and like full, right? So if you feel empty when you're in connection with another person or group of people, or like if you're working on a project and you have a connection to it, if suddenly you feel like my well is empty, or I'm not getting what I used to get from this, that's an indication of where the flow is leading you. Especially the flow of water here is going to lead you to the perfect connections for you that make you feel loved. That's the feeling. It make you feel full. Make you feel full. So you might meet new people this month as you're exploring. You might notice connections that don't feel like they're flowing, that have all these like abrupt turns, or they're saying dams or obstructions in the flow of the relationships that you're in, or how you're giving to a relationship isn't being reciprocated in a way that feels good for you. Paying attention to what's going on in your emotional body. So how do I feel when I chat with this person? How do I feel about this particular connection? How do I feel about this community? How do I feel about this project? How do I feel about myself? You want to look for the flow of energy. Think of an infinity symbol. And when you give love, are you getting it back in a way that feels good or makes you feel full? Is it worth it, right? We're looking for the flow. Is it worth it to continue to put your time and energy into this relationship or not? That's a good question, because you're trying new things. So you might meet new people who really get you. You might meet other people who just you don't get on with, that it doesn't work and it's not a flow at all. It feels like really awkward, or like you're trying too hard, or they're trying too hard. Those are the things that are going to be indicators for who you're meant to couple up with. We've got lots of twos, so look out for twos as well, because two energy, as I explained, is partnering up. It can be decisions, but when you see like repeating numbered twos, oftentimes that's an indication from Spirit to tell you you're moving in the right direction, or keep going. Don't give up yet. Keep on going, because you're breaking out of your shell this month, finishing off a transformation energy, looking for a new fresh start or those new beginnings, and you have this beautiful intention that you're working from. Of course, we're working with Diana, so you're protected as you're setting an intention for what it is you truly want. Your emotions are going to guide you to the best connections, to where you're saying yes, is how Spirit is saying it now. Who are you saying yes to? What group are you saying yes to? What projects are you saying yes to? What relationships are you saying yes to? And the opposite, when it's not flowing, when it doesn't feel good, when it doesn't feel reciprocal, are you able to recognize that, be conscious of that, and notice the emptiness and be able to say, like, no, I'm following the flow here. It doesn't feel good in my emotional body. And so I'm going to recognize that and perhaps try something new, try something different, take a different action on this new path for this new beginning, even though I may not know all the elements that are coming up. And this is a bit of uncharted water. You got the uncharted sea card. I can still listen to my feelings because they matter, and how they flow is going to provide you with a ton of information about how you can pick and choose to be in connection with or exchanging energy with the right people for you at this time. And perhaps there may be some falling off with the 9 energy and the death card that showed up, some falling off of relationships that you used to really love because it just doesn't feel reciprocal anymore. So pay attention to the flow of your emotions and what they're trying to tell you about the connections that you're making in your life, or making loving, inspired action decisions to help lead you or keep you in the flow, lead you in the right direction. Okay, now let's take a look at the earth element here with the suit of pentacles. Ooh, wonders and like a cosmic energy. This is an amethyst, so that's very connected. So again, not surprising you're getting like a connection card and being privy to, is how they're saying it, privy to the wonders of the universe, perhaps some beautiful, clear information, acknowledging your truth, etc. You may find that it's more wondrous than you imagined here. And because we're dealing with the physical plane and the wonders, you may be looking around your world and observing things that maybe you didn't see in the same way. You weren't observing them in the same way before. Or you feel like because you're honoring your truth and you're willing to kind of be this conscious co-creator, inspired action, going with the flow, listening to your emotions, making these beautiful, balanced decisions. Intuitive decisions is what it is. Intuitive, inspired, loving choices. I mean, we've got 3 2s now in your spread. And you are a Gemini. Let's see what we have here for the earth energy to ground us as we're taking in the wonders of the universe. Okay, a page of coins. Yes, so much knowledge, so much information. They said at some points it may be almost, you feel like it's more than you can handle. Like this is so much energy because you had the queen and the king, master of the suit of swords in your main spread. So it's like you are an open channel. You have the ability to hear, to understand, and it may be feeling like a bit of an overload sometimes. Let's just say that because of the depiction of the card. I love his watch here and like his inquisitive eyes, because as you're like digging into what's coming through, what's being shown to you, it feels exciting, right? A page of coins or a page of pentacles is a fresh new chapter and most certainly is going to bring news to you, going to bring information to you. If it feels like it's piling up, take a step back to connect to your spark, to connect to your heart, to connect to your intuition and your intellect. I mean, you really are going to be relying on that when making best decisions. But to have a page of coins here connected to a wonders card, it means that there's going to be information available to you that is going to affect your physical experience. This is a new chapter. We've seen that. You have new beginnings. You had the Fool card. We've got a page of coins going on here. And the openness and willing to try new things and explore the physical path in a different way or begin something new may require you to kind of get some more information on things, do a bit of research, hang back and process what is coming through, whether it's clarity or you're looking at your experience from a new perspective here on the physical plane. They want you to know that you can be open and curious about your next steps or what feels aligned for you. And we're talking physically. So it feels like you're going to be making a lot of choices, right, as you move through the month, because you just have so much decision coupling energy that's coming through in every suit. And what the Page of Coins likes to do is just be curious about whether or not this is the right next step. And then if it is the right next step, they'll take it. They'll move into a movement energy. But it's okay to kind of research, to take it all in, to take in the wonders of the universe, to really listen. You're in a position where over the course of November, you're meant to listen in all areas. So it's like listen with all of your senses. This is going to guide you. All of this knowledge that you're gaining this month is going to guide you forward on a new chapter and then keep you very grounded. It is the time for you to receive some of these pieces of insight or the guidance that's coming through for the physical path forward or the journey. And so being open to that without having to move too quickly as a result. So you might, sometimes that happens when we get a truth that comes in, when it sits pretty right in your intuition, when you know that this is the clear information that you needed. This is the insight that you needed. This is what's sparking you, right? Like this is a new inspiration that's coming up. In order to be able to really stay connected to your journey, you might need to take a beat or like take it slow or take a moment or do some more research, etc. Okay, let's get some more information for you now. A couple more messages for you, Gemini, Sun, Moon, and or Rising. All right, we have get back into balance. Interesting with all those twos and the agate. Yes. Wherever it is, again, that you feel like this is a lot or I have a choice to make and I'm not entirely sure which way to go. You want to just take a step back. Listen, you are in reception mode is what I would say for sure. And because we've got so many twos coming up to help you make decisions, we want you to make balanced decisions, things that check off all the boxes and feel really good to all elements, all parts of yourself. So take that beat if you need to and make sure that you're not, this to me is saying, make sure we're not making decisions from an unbalanced place, right? And we also have Aragonite. Release your emotional baggage. So that'll deal here, right, in the flow in the Two of Cups. If you feel like you've been carrying stuff around, you do have the 9. You did have the Death card and the Fool card. We want to be able to observe how our emotions are flowing so that if we have connections, again, that are not serving, you have the ability to leave them in the past and to move forward, you know, to release them for your highest good, but for the clarity that you need. The clarity may actually come in and help you to understand what it is that you've been carrying in order to be able to release it to get back into balance. So it's like release your emotional baggage in order to get back into balance. In some cases, the way that the flow of energy in your connections and how it happens and how it makes you feel is going to help you highlight what does need to be left in the past or surrendered over to create that clarity for yourself as you move forward. So I hope that this serves you, Gemini. I hope that you have a beautiful month as you move forward, making the best and most aligned choices for yourself, and that you're able to stay in the flow and take in all of the information, the insight, and the guidance for this new beginning that you have going on this month. Hello, Libra, Sun, Moon, and or Rising. We're going to take an extra look now for you at how you can best interact with the other 3 elements over the course of the month. And for you, those elements are fire, water, and earth. So let's give these a roll and we'll see what your numbered shuffle is. A 6 and a 2, making that an 8. 8 energy. It's definitely about knowing yourself, manifestation, being able to embark upon your path with surety and clarity, which I know you're working on over the course of the month. There is a transformation happening and lots of new energy coming in for you. So let's give this a shuffle and we'll see what we have coming up. We are going to look into the element of fire first. So fire is about your spirit, your true energy source within, inspiration, passion. Let's see what we have here. Change, love this. there may be an inspired change that you're making working with the element of fire. We know that you're digging in, you're trying new things, you're looking to keep that peace of mind as you're listening for your authentic truth, how to best move forward, and staying patient. So here, there's an indication of flying high. Perhaps your spirit will feel like it's flying high this month, especially working with the element of fire, being inspired to new things, to trying new things, to changing things, to shifting things, to doing things that feel like they're much more aligned with who you are right now. So you might be making some inspired changes. Let's see what we have showing up with the tarot and the suit of wands. The Six of Wands. Look at that six. And this is beautiful. A Six of Wands is a victory card. It's being able to feel like you can celebrate your own spirit, your own passion, your own light within. It's also a card of recognition. As you can see, this figure here is applauding in the background. She's congratulating our main female here who's got the victory cup. So there is some beautiful change that is happening that's going to make you feel, yes, successful, victorious. If you are allowing yourself to be open to trying new things, even if you don't have all of the elements in place yet, being able to move through those uncharted waters and that uncharted sea and that new beginning, feeling completely protected, allowing yourself to be seen, especially your authentic self, to be seen and to be recognized, your light to shine, and not being afraid to do that. This is a beautiful energy that's going to lift you up and provide more like success. So the change that's happening is very positive. It's going to enliven, they're saying, your spirit, enliven your source energy, light you up. And you may see that you have these beautiful victory points throughout the month to celebrate as you're doing that. So if you're coming out of a stuck energy or an unclear energy or fears that are going on where you are hiding yourself away or hiding your thoughts, now we have a focus intention that you're working with your air energy and your particular suit. And then you get to shine because of the changes that you're making. So coming out of maybe a bit of a comfort zone, being open to trying new things while staying grounded and intentional provides a beautiful, victorious change. So you're going to start feeling that in your spirit. Lovely. Let's see what we have for the element of water. This will be to do with your emotional energy. Pleasure. Wow. Nice combo here. Change and victory that provides you with a sense of well-being, a sense of fulfillment, enjoying what it is that you're doing. So emotionally, you've got a pleasure, they're saying a pleasure scape. You may look around and go, I love the changes that are being made. This feels really good to be who I authentically am, or to tune into my truth, or to manifest and get into the frequency of what it is that I truly do desire, or I truly do want. Sharing from a place that feels true to me, right? That feels clear to me. Also, being very patient throughout the month for those insights. They're going to allow you to make the changes that are in alignment with shining your light and feeling really good about it. You may be tapping into also doing things that provide you with joy or pleasure or happiness throughout the month, getting to know yourself in a way that you're allowing yourself to experience pleasure because you're doing the things that feel aligned with you, right? So if you've gone through a transformation and you're starting a new path, you may need to be open to trying things and finding these beautiful pleasure points. Let's see what we have coming from the tarot and suit of cups here. Master of the suit here. This is, of course, the king of cups. He is the leader of the suit of emotions. Despite, right, the ups and downs or the waves of emotions, he is always this beautiful beacon of emotional support and compassion. He's someone who understands that how I feel like indicates my experience. So the feeling of this combination is I'm doing things that are creating pleasure in my life, and I have the power to choose those things for myself. So emotional balance at a very high degree. What you're going to be able to tap into here and possibly making these beautiful changes leads you to this kind of a feeling. Emotional stability, compassion, empathy, understanding, loving your life, loving the way things feel, loving loving how you're moving forward, loving being able to express yourself, loving the peace of mind that you're getting, loving the decisions you're making, loving the things that you're trying. It makes you feel good, essentially. So again, high degree leadership energy around your emotions. I feel like you're going to be choosing for yourself very clearly, making these changes that spark this life into you, that make you feel bright and shiny, and choosing the pleasurable experiences that feel balanced. He's a master at emotional balance. He is a master at feeling things that he needs to feel. So he doesn't block his emotions, right? He feels what he needs to feel, but then he allows himself to process those feelings in order to return to a balanced state so that he can have compassion for others as well as himself. He's a very loving king, and he does things that he loves in order to experience those pleasure points or the feeling of joy, right? So I believe you're going to be in this leadership position through the month of November, really choosing what it is that you know is going to provide you with joy. So even if you're needing to be open and willing to try different things, it'll be very clear emotionally, this works, this feels good, and this doesn't. And you're going to be actively choosing the things that light you up and that make you feel joyful, that make you feel fulfilled, right? Fulfillment energy. Even if you have to make some changes, it feels like you're absolutely willing to do that. And listening with all of that clarity and that clear channel that you have going on, I don't think it's going to be difficult to decipher because you have a mastery and a pleasure card going on here in your emotional body. You're going to know what feels good and what doesn't, and you'll probably be able to make the changes you need to make. You may be able to even see again from a higher perspective, oh yeah, if I change this, this is going to make me feel so much more passionate or inspired and bring me into balance with my emotions so I can feel good. It's like you're doing things that feel good because your intuition is guiding you. You're open, you're willing, and when you do it, it's very clear. Yes, this is pleasurable to me. Love this. Master of your emotions, experiencing pleasure, choosing that for yourself. Okay, and the element of earth. Reception, reception, reception. Blessings. The blessings card. Wow. Change and pleasure brings blessings. So the last thing we want to do here is avoid things that need to change or changing things or choosing to change because it has such positive indication connected to it. And then the blessings come on the physical plane. So earth energy. This is physical manifestation of blessings, right? You aligning with the things that feel good to you, that light you up, bringing more blessings into your physical experience, being true to yourself and making those decisions that feel good to your mind and good to your intuition or your heart is going to bring you more blessings, right? To be grateful for or to take in, to align with. I love that. Let's see what we have in the suit of earth or the suit of pentacles. Oh my goodness, another six. Six of coins. This is, of course, the blessings are coming with this card for you. Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising. Wow. This is a generosity card. Lots of balance happening, feeling the harmony coming in. These are all balancing cards. Sixes are harmony and balance. The King of Cups, balanced mastery of his emotions. A Six of Coins is amazing. So some of the blessings may be connected to what you have been working on in the past or what you've been transforming into, what you've been choosing to like work on. It could be things that you're working on the physical plane. So projects, your home life, your physical being, your physical body. It could be things that you've been working on transforming within you because that transformation is leading to this bright new beginning and the changes are bringing in this lovely, vibrant energy for you that it's going to be hard to miss these blessings, right? With a Six of Coins, it's a karma card. So it's like reaping what you have sown. The universe being very very generous for you on the physical plane. Gifts being given as a result of the work that you have done, or the time that you have put in, or the energy that you have put in to shifting something and working through it. It really feels like you've been working through something, and the universe will now provide to show you, not just in the ethereal land or not just the pleasure points in your emotions, but also gifts being given on the physical plane. You can see she's generously giving this pentacle from what she has grown to this other figure, this other woman. So expect that there are going to be blessings coming in. And please, they're saying, please be open to receive, right? Please be open to receive the blessings, the recognition, the pleasure that wants to happen for you. Things are changing, and they're changing for the better. And there's lots being manifested in to perhaps provide you that peace of mind, to give you the clarity and the truth that you're seeking. And they all have to do with this shift in the energy and this new beginning that you're embarking upon. Again, trying things out, getting just out of your comfort zone perhaps, but it's gonna pay off big time. And this doesn't feel like it's an extreme energy, like it's overblown. Again, the sixes and the King of Cups, you're getting the six here with this too, feeling relief or content. Yeah, this feeling of we're not in an extreme energy. With the Temperance card that you had, you know, you're doing things in moderation, and it's definitely paying off. It's making you feel more vibrant and bright, helping you to see from a higher perspective, allowing you to tap into those joy and pleasure points and pleasure moments, noticing what brings you joy and pleasure, and leaning into that, taking a leadership role to provide more of that for yourself. And then blessings on the physical plane, like it pays off. If you have put a lot of time and energy into something, here's where we see the reward for that. Here's where we see the miracles coming in or the blessings coming in to be shown to you in some way, shape, or form. So you want to look for these beautiful blessings, whether they're big or small, notice them and allow yourself to feel the pleasure of experiencing the reception of it. Love this energy for you, Libra. Okay, let's get a couple of messages to close this out. Wow. Lovely. I mean, I guess Libras are always looking for like the balance, and maybe that's what's happening. All across the board, you're feeling this kind of leveling out in a really positive, high vibrating way. Okay. Agate. Get back into balance. So just what we were saying, yes? That's great. This is a grounding energy. So again, I would just say make sure that you are noticing what's coming in, because blessings come in all different forms. Miracles come in all different forms, big, small, things being handed to you, and also realizations, insights, that piece of information that you needed, being able to step out of your comfort zone and feel shiny and bright, or noticing what's not working is also a blessing, right? So noticing the gifts that are being provided and allowing yourself to feel that recognition of balance that's happening, things evening out, the moderation energy, the feeling of like, it's peaceful here. Love that. Ooh. Golden Healer Quartz, open the door. Okay, not surprising, right? We have indication of new beginnings all over your main energy. The Fool card, the Death card transitioning you, the Fool card, and then the new beginnings, the uncharted sea, etc. So this sense of opening the door to the changes, yes, but also the fresh start that is happening right now, being open to expressing yourself in a different way, to authentically moving forward, to honoring your truth, your clarity, not letting anybody kind of shift you in a different direction, right? Instead, you're like, no. I'm ready to make these changes. I feel good about it, and I want to keep feeling good. So I am going to continue to open the door. This may naturally provide some healing energy for you, especially if you've been transforming or transitioning. It may allow you to heal some of the things that were burdensome or heavy in the past, because there's so much beautiful leveling out that is happening for you. And I know that you're this open channel this month. And Libras love, balance, right? They love balance. It feels like your kind of month, It feels like I get to reap the rewards or receive in a way that makes me feel healed, like I can move forward, that things are getting better, that hope is restored, that I am an open channel for receiving good in my life, and I'm ready to walk through this. I feel so much more stable, balanced, strong, clear. Yes. So I hope that this serves you, Libra, Sun, Moon, and Rising. It was an absolute pleasure for me to read for you. I hope you enjoy this energy over the course of the month, and I'll see you in the next one. Hello, Aquarius, Sun, Moon, and or Rising. We are going to get an extra look at how it is you can best interact with the other 3 elements over the course of November. So for you, those elements are fire, water, and earth. So let's give these a roll and we'll see what your numbered shuffle is. Wow, doubling down on the 6s. 6 and 6 is 12. This is, of course, the energy of balance. So extra balance, shiny energy, victorious energy, being able to create harmony in your world. Very exciting. Double 6s. Also, of course, 6 may be an indicator for you over the course of the month. The 6th or the 12th day may be important, they're saying. The 6th or the 12th day, or any combination of that energy. So the 21st. Okay, let's lay these out for you. And we are going to begin with the element of fire. So wands, the suit of wands is all about your inspiration, your passion, your true spirit within. Let's see what we have for you here. Ooh, a relaxed energy, relaxation. You can even see this has like a fiery tone to it, but we're in downtime, it seems. So there's a sense of being able to notice what's sparking within you, but perhaps not needing to fire it up. I'm very interested to see what comes from the tarot here for you. So we'll tap into the suit of wands now. What's connected to this beautiful relaxation? I mean, really taking downtime, not feeling like the minute I have an inspiring thought or I have a moment of inspiration, I have to go completely all in. And I know we talked about that as well in your main spread, where you're moving into a bit of an unknown path. A new beginning is definitely happening and you want to have peace of mind, be willing to try things. But I think as things fire up, it's like dabbling in it and having these points of relaxation. So let's see what we get here. Oh, the ace. Yes. Okay, lovely. This is, again, as things are sparking, we don't need to run forward. I think there's an observation. It's like a relaxed inspiration. There's an observation of where you're having this spark happen, right? Because this is what an Ace of Wands is. You may have these new, brilliant ideas that are coming up that you're channeling in because you're this open channel for your truth and clarity, right? And insight. And so clearly they want you to move in a relaxed frequency is how they're putting it, as it concerns what's popping up. Explore it a bit. Allow yourself to process it a bit. Staying in that balance with it, not feeling like, oh my gosh, now that I have this idea, I have to get it done now or else it's going to not work, or I won't be able to bring it to fruition, or something's going to miss me. Instead, it's like writing down what's sparking within you, noticing what's coming up, noticing where you feel passionate, noticing what's inspiring you. This could all be like, also be like small things, like a phrase that someone says or a word. You feel like, ooh, that word gives me energy. That word lights me up. That word makes me feel motivated, or this phrase makes me feel motivated, or this music makes me feel motivated. So you're noticing it, and then you're allowing yourself to use it where you need to use it, but not overdoing it. It's this, well, it's a beautiful balance, right? Something sparks in you and a new idea comes to life, or you want to explore something, But instead of rushing toward it, you take a relaxed approach. You're able to kind of keep the balance. And if you go and you try something new and you follow your inspiration, you take this inspired action, you may need some downtime, after that. Very interesting. It's a nice balance coming through with the double sixes, I guess not surprising. So there's this sense of just acknowledging what's igniting within you and not feeling like you have to do everything and figure out everything all at once, but maybe a little dabbling here and there, trying something, and then it's the feeling of processing it. They're relaxing, reading a book, getting their mind off of it a bit. Make sure you're getting that rest, right? With that Four of Swords, with the temperance energy that you had in your main spread, you try something and then you allow yourself to rest on it. That's exactly what this is. So exploring inspiration and having the balanced downtime that is needed as well. All right, let's look at the suit of water, or the suit of cups, the element of water here. This will be to do with your emotions. Oh, the patience energy. Now, we saw this come up for sure in your main spread because you're such an open channel and you're looking for the truth within you, being your authentic self, being very conscious of noticing what's coming in, what you're channeling in, what you're being given, the insights, signs, and messages to lead you in the right direction or to help you keep a focused intention, right? As you're protected. The patience energy, it's not always the card that people love, right? to see, but relaxation and patience together, that's a lovely vibe. Being patient with yourself as well, like sifting through your feelings, allowing yourself to feel what you feel and being nice to yourself in the process. Practicing patience where you can. Again, this feeling of I don't need to push or force anything forward. I can sit for a moment, feel about it, relax into it, listen for the insights, make sure it feels clear to me, make sure it's checking off with what I know in my intellect and what I know in my intuition. All right, let's see what the suit of cups has to give us here to couple that patience energy. Yeah, if you lean into this, it's gonna feel really good is what they're saying. Because who doesn't want to have a nice, relaxing month where there's like graceful, flowing energy and you're being kind to yourself? Boom. Yes, the Queen of Cups. Another indication of patient reception connected to your emotions. So that Queen of Swords connected to your death card in your main spread, she's what's giving us patience around insight, right? Queens they always kind of bring with them this beautiful feminine energy where it's okay to kind of hold, right? Stay, wait for a moment. Not need to have everything all at once. To take good care is what they're saying here, to take good care. So this is the Queen of Water, the queen of your emotions, and she's going to be very patient with herself, right? She's going to love herself unconditionally. She's the Queen of self-care. So if you need a moment to yourself to just give yourself some love, give yourself some compassion, give yourself some understanding, that's perfectly okay. This coupling feels like you're gonna be grappling with some emotional energy and you need to be kind to yourself. So maybe you try something and it doesn't work out like you thought and you really need some downtime. Not forcing yourself to go and do things that you feel like you're supposed to do or you should do. If it feels out of alignment with your intuition and what feels right for you, you're gonna wanna give to yourself. Allow yourself the time and space to begin to understand why you might be feeling a certain way. Be patient with your emotions, be patient with yourself, loving yourself all along, because the Queen of Cups, when she is in her high expression, she most certainly takes care of and meets her own emotional needs first. So that's why she's the Queen of self-care, right? She really is able to check in with herself and make sure her cup is filled, make sure she feels content, make sure she has what she needs to go out into the world, and then she shares with others. Then she's very compassionate, loving, understanding, patient with others. But first, you need to have patience with yourself. Give yourself the unconditional love that you need. Relaxation and patience. It's lovely. It's like something is sparking within me. And how does that feel to me? Let me explore that more. I'm not going to be rushing here. There's no rushing energy at all for you, Aquarius, Sun, Moon, or Rising. So yeah, give yourself the love that you need. Be nice to yourself, right? Give yourself the breaks. Let yourself have that time off, that nap, that spa day, whatever it may be. It feels like it, yeah, they're saying, and it will come clear. It's true. You know, if you're going through some sort of a transition, you've got that Queen of Swords and the King, which showed up as well in your main reading. And now you have this Queen of Cups to help guide you, to help you settle in a bit and allow yourself to feel what's going on in the waves of emotion and where that may be leading you. All right, let's take a look at the suit of Earth and how that is showing up. Oh, a flow energy. Love this. Wow. This is a nice, calming kind of month for you, Aquarius. Okay. The flow card, of course, is exactly what it sounds. I would say an inspired flow, an emotional flow. You could also kind of couple that energy or let it weave together is how they're saying. It's woven together, yes. We're staying in the flow. We're not getting into extremes. Again, no forceful energy here, just kind of moving with it, allowing the divine flow to lead you. And we're talking about the physical plane now. And the earth energy. So there will be a flow that will be shown to you, right? Through your channel, through your insights, through allowing for that peace energy, that relaxation, the patience, peace of mind, getting enough rest. So you're open to trying new things, but again, doubling down on the sixes. Harmony is kind of leading your month, guiding your month. And now we have flow on the physical. How does your body want to move? How is the flow in your physical spaces? Does that feel good? Let's see what we have connected here. More patience energy. Okay. Patience through experience as you're growing something. 7 of Coins, 7 of Pentacles. Yeah, there's like a workflow or some sort of presence flow in the day-to-day that you're actually going to be able to lean into or embark upon or take in, right? A 7 of Coins is a card of experience, and it's a card of like the daily work, what you're showing up for. It's a presence card. It says the blessings will continue to bloom and blossom as you show up to nurture whatever it is that you're nurturing day to day. So again, I feel that this combo here is a divine flow on the physical plane. So anything that is physical, could be the flow of money coming in. It's going to come in a way as you show up for your gig or you show up for where you're needed, as you give your energy day to day and you stay present, the flow will continue to happen for you. If it's to do with your physical body, you want to show up on a regular, ask your body what it needs and provide for it in a present space. So if you're like shifting or changing some sort of like a workout that you do or what you feed your body, because clearly this is a reception energy for harmony. So you want to give your body what is going to keep it in the flow or make it feel like it is like lucid is the word they're using, but that it can move freely, that you can listen and allow, right? Allow the flow to happen. So you're showing up to provide that for yourself. If this has to do with something in your physical environment, they're saying check the flow. What they mean is like, check the flow of energy. If you have like obstructions in your home space or in your office or in your car or something like that, you're going to want to notice that and see, can this flow? Does the flow in this room feel good to me? If not, show up and make the changes. But again, this is a patience card. It's like, I have the experience. I know what I need to do in order to be able to show up for this and help it grow. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to show up every day and I'm going to be patient with myself and love myself more. Love myself more. And that's what's going to allow this beautiful, abundant flow to kind of continue, whether it's a flow of information, or on this new path, trusting the flow as it moves you forward, trusting that what you need to do is listen for the inspiring points, listen to your spark within, light yourself up. Don't ignore those authentic, unique insights that you have, or those talents, or whatever it is that's lighting up within you, while checking in with yourself, taking care of yourself, and showing up for what it is that you need to show up for in a very present state. You're bringing your wisdom to the day to day in this kind of energy, and that's what will keep you in this beautiful, relaxed, patient flow. This also requires patience here, right? These coins don't bloom overnight. She has to show up every day and water them and love them and check on them, you know? It's like nurturing them. Only I feel like you're nurturing yourself. You're nurturing your truth. You're nurturing the clarity that is coming, the guidance that is being given. And you're doing so in a beautiful, relaxed, patient flow. It's lovely energy, really. What I want to say is you can sit back and relax, but there will always be, because you have so much balance coming through, there will always be this sense of doing and resting, or like doing and being. Yes, thank you. Throughout the month. It's a lot of checking in with yourself for you, for sure. For all of the air signs, but definitely for you, Aquarius. All right, let's get a couple more messages for you here before we close this out. Garnet, ignite your passion. So that's right next to that Ace of Wands. Suiting, it suits. Yes, they're saying it suits. The garnet energy is actually a very grounding stone. And so to have ignite your passion here, it's like this. It's exactly what we were talking about. So being in a relaxed state to notice what is sparking within you, and the garnet's just doubling down on that message for you. We're not supposed to just relax, be patient, and like apathetic with things. Instead, you're actually noticing, you're paying attention, you're being conscious of what that light is that's happening. When you see something that inspires you, when you feel something that inspires you, you allow yourself to perhaps try it and then get that downtime for that balance. Again, not all at once, but something is coming to life. New beginnings all over your main spread, and something is sparking within you as well. Love that. And we also have Aventurine. Create your own luck. Love this energy as well. Create your own luck. It's like what you choose to do and focus on will come about. Also, because you're such an open channel, you don't need to be held back by certain obstacles. So you may have something presented to you on the physical plane as an obstacle, but because you have such present, patient, flowing energy going on, it feels like you can tune into this vibe. It's like a heart-centered vibe and go like, I'm not going to let things stop me. I'm not going to like overexert my energy. I'm going to notice what's happening. I'm going to rest on it. I'm going to ask for the solutions, ask for the insight, what feels good to me. And I'm the one who's in charge of how lucky I am or how fortunate I am in this moment, right? So processing your feelings, being able to notice what's coming up for you, what's sparking, but doing so in a relaxed flow. Giving yourself the downtime while also being willing to pop out of your comfort zone or try new things or engage in new ways to express yourself. Realizing doing that in a balanced state creates the luck or creates the fortune in your own life. Yes, power. You have the power here to create, ignite your passion and create your own luck. If you want to start something new, which clearly you've got going on here, and embark upon a new path or try new things, you have the power to do that. And you don't have to be in an extreme state to do it. You actually can do it in a beautiful, relaxed way, being patient as you're processing what's going on throughout the month for you. Absolutely love this energy for you, Aquarius, for the month of November. And I hope you have a beautiful, relaxed, flowing kind of November.